As for expectations, I agree completely with Mr. Ito. Ultimately, the seat of our expectations, the very foundation of our hopes, is now entirely different from before. I believe it is because of the sensei's guidance in Toitsukai, unification meetings, where we received an adjustment of our vibrations that the seat of our expectations has changed. About a year ago, we established the Cosmic Science Study Group and have been working on cosmic science under Mr. Murata's guidance. But if asked what results we've achieved, to our knowledge, we haven't understood a single thing. We know there is wonderful science out there, but we have no idea what it is or how it works. We came to understand ultimately that cosmic science is about adjusting our vibrations. Ultimately, it is necessary to bring our vibrations as close as possible to those of extraterrestrials through our prayer. To be honest, even though Sensei says we can expect extraterrestrials to appear now, I feel that this sense of expectation doesn't quite fit the word expectation. After all, whether cosmic beings appear or not isn't something that happens just because we expect it. They appear when there is a need. I also think that even if our vibrations become finer, they might not appear if there is no need. Judging from the current world situation, it is indeed the time when their appearance is necessary. However, where they choose to appear is entirely beyond our concerns. Since cosmic beings are the ones appearing, we shouldn't expect them to appear in any way we want. It's entirely up to them, so we simply accept that they'll appear when they choose. There's absolutely no room for our own expectations. Every Friday, when we went to pray at the plastic greenhouse on the hill, Mr. Murata put us through strict training. He'd tell me several times before heading to the hill, "Today, the flying saucer will appear over there, looking like this, so please take photos." So I went with very high expectations, but it never happened. I suppose that it was a karmic thought of my own expectation. That feeling was gradually erased in that way, and my curiosity about cosmic beings appearing was completely dispelled. Thanks to that, even when Sensei says things like this now, I don't feel any particular emotion. They appear when they appear. They come when the time comes. That is all there is for me.
Everyone has said wonderful things, and I share exactly the same thoughts. The question is simply, why do we need cosmic beings? In truth, if we can achieve a state of peaceful, secured mind, where no matter what happens, we hold no anxiety or disturbance in our hearts, and if humanity can truly eliminate so-called karmic thoughts from our mind and achieve genuine harmony, then I believe cosmic beings are not necessary. However, achieving such a state is quite difficult, and in times like these when the world situation is on the brink of danger, we simply cannot afford to be so leisurely. Personally, I find myself keenly hoping for the arrival of extraterrestrials with remarkable cosmic scientific capabilities. Goi Sensei said we can expect such things, so as mentioned earlier, our place of prayer has become quite purified. Consequently, the kind of karmic curiosity we once harbored, thinking about how we might exploit the arrival of cosmic beings, has greatly diminished. In other words, a genuine desire for world peace has permeated our hearts. Such being the case, I believe Sensei said we can expect developments around this time.
When discussing extraterrestrials or flying saucers, there are various perspectives. The recent developments we've been told about indicate that we have now reached a peak of a great landmark. This landmark is the field mentioned earlier. It is the result of years of dedicated prayers for world peace, prayed earnestly by everyone, including Goi Sensei, which have finally culminated in the creation of this significant field. I believe this field is the minimum required for cosmic beings to materialize. It is now completed and approaching the stage of realization. Consequently, I have been informed of various concrete details regarding the actual form, state, and stage of their descent. To give one example, they come down various ways, sometimes as a single entity, and other times as 2 or 3 separate entities alongside Sensei while guiding the Toitsu meditation meetings. When they appear in form, an elliptical shape emerges as the center of the spiritual body. This has a center of vibration, from which a vibration emerges and gradually expands until it smoothly takes on a human form. I have been informed as such. It is my understanding that a truly excellent field has been created means, as Mr. Shimada and Mr. Ito have stated, a completion of vibration adjustment, that is, a state of an unshakable mind, a state of complete entrustment and peace of mind. I believe this is the very vibration of this field. Actually, many extraterrestrials are present behind Sensei even today. It's not that they descend. Cosmic beings are always coming to Sensei. We are familiar with representative individuals such as this person or that person. I believe they don't just come, but rather they wait for the time and appear suddenly at the most crucial moment. I agree with what Mr. Sato said earlier. Before we announce to everyone that this is how it is, we have actually been taught with cosmic science in minute detail about how saucers arrive, how contact will be made, what the interior will be like, and what the teaching field for each person will be. Whether it actually turns out that way or not, I don't know. Suppose that, during the Toitsu unification meditation at Hijirigaoka, a large saucer suddenly appears, and we are instructed to undergo training in each department. Using the central adjustment machine, they can see the vibrations of the people assigned to each room. There, they can discern how each person's field differs, and while adjusting those vibrations, they can also enter each person's seat to teach them. When everyone's vibrations become one, we can sometimes fly, and other times, it just ends as it is. We have been taught in concrete detail that various patterns can occur. However, I do not know whether it happens in that way, or appears suddenly in some other way. If the earth is left as it is now, and if no cosmic beings appear, 2/3 of humanity will perish. War and natural disasters will cause an unimaginable catastrophe. We have been constantly informed of this. For the remaining 1/3 of humanity, only the fate of suffering awaits, filled with the crippled and sick, starvation due to food shortages and disease. So, we absolutely must save the earth. We have also been made keenly aware that there is ultimately no hope for the salvation of the earth in the present situation without the intervention of extraterrestrials. So, I believe Sensei meant that, since the time for those cosmic beings to appear is constantly drawing nearer, we can look forward to it with anticipation. And that anticipation, after all, is in the prayer. The extraterrestrials also emphasize repeatedly at the end that there is nothing but the prayer for peace. They repeatedly state, "When that time comes, you will clearly understand that your prayers for peace are not merely prayers offered because you have a relationship with Sensei, but that you are actually being entrusted with an incredibly great task." I believe this to be true.